Hello everyone. Today we are starting in this video the second book of 12th class geography, that is about Indian geography. Okay. Now the first chapter of the unit first, that is population, distribution, density, growth and composition. Here in the last book, that was the fundamentals of human geography, we discussed the population as a concept. What is the population? Okay. Now we apply all these concepts, density, distribution, growth, composition, to the Indian regional geography, to the India. Okay. And we will try to check or try to judge the Indian population's characteristics. Okay. Now so start the video. The chapter name is population, distribution, density, growth and composition. We will study all these four aspects of population of India. Now let me tell you one thing, that population data is keep on changing. Okay. So census is the source from where we get the data of population, and census is carried out every 10 years gap. Now the people are very important components of country. India is second most populous country after China in the world, with its total population of 1028 million in 2001. This is old actually data. At present, according to 2011 census, the population of India was 1210 million. That was 121 crores. Okay. Yes. Then India's population is larger than the total population of North America, South America, Australia put together. As we all know that India is the second largest country in the population, so it is obvious that many countries, if we join the many countries' population, then still India will be the larger population. Moreover, more often it is argued that such a large population invariably puts pressure on its limited resources, and it's also responsible for many socio-economic problems in the country. So as we all know that large population is always a burden on the country, because resources are less, so that cannot feed the whole population, and also that more population will create a socio-economic problems like unemployment, poverty or crimes and etc. Then how do you perceive the idea of India? Is it simply a territory? Does this signify an amalgam of people? Is it a territory inhabited by people living under certain institutions of government? So this is about how you visualize the idea of India. Actually, India is the people live in it, the territory, the political system, the society. All these things can be included in the idea of India. In this chapter, we will discuss the pattern of distribution, density and growth and composition of Indian population. Source of population data. Population data are collected through census operation held every 10 years. I told you. The first population census in India was conducted in 1872, but its first complete census was conducted in 1881. Remember this year. This may be asked in MCQ questions. Then distribution of population. How the population of India is distributed in the various states, various areas. Okay. Examine figure 1.1. There is a figure I will show you, and try to describe the patterns of spatial distribution. What is spatial distribution? Spatial means space. Okay. Space means area. So distribution of population area wise, space wise. The population are shown on it is clear that India has a highly uneven pattern of population distribution. The percentage share of population of the states and union territories in the country. Appendix 1. That's the last page of this chapter of the book, we will find appendix. So that Uttar Pradesh has highest population, followed by Maharashtra, Bihar, and West Bengal and Andhra Pradesh. So this is a little bit old data. This may be varied, okay, in some certain concepts. Then, looking at the data in appendix first, arrange the Indian states and union territories according to their size and population and find it. In the appendix, in the last of this book, all the states are given with their population size. Now see this figure. This is a dot method of the representing population. Dot method comes under the Choropleth method. Choropleth method, when we show the data by points or shading, this is called the Choropleth, actually isopleth method. Okay? Now, distribution of population 2001. You just see as an example. Here, what we do, we assume one dot represents some population, and then that population is shown by the dot, okay, mark on the territory of the state. So here, how many dots? One dot represents 2 lakh persons. Suppose one dot represents 2 lakh persons, and then suppose some state or any state has 2 crore population, 2 crore. Then how many dots will be there in that state? Can you calculate? One dot represents 2 lakh population. 2 lakh population. Okay. Then 2 crore population will be represented by how many dots? Divide by 2 lakhs will be 100. Okay, so 100 dots will be we have to mark in the state. Okay, so that will be easy. Suppose Andhra Pradesh has a 2 crore population, then there will be 100 dots in that state. And we will remember one thing very important, that is the concentration of dots should be at the place where the most people are living in that area. See this figure. You can see here, this is a very dense belt of people living here, dense population. Why this is dense population? Can you tell me? You give me the answer in the comment box. Why is the dense population in that area? Okay, so now the answer is of dense population in the area is, actually this is a Indo-Gangetic plains. The land is plain, not a plateau or mountain. Land is plain. Okay, easy for living, easy for transportation, easy for other development. And one more important thing is soil is very, very rich. Soil is very, very fertile for agriculture. Third thing, water is available in plenty of amount. Water is available. Okay, that is these all things. And climate is also very good. Climate is also conducive. So these all things led to the socio-economic development. These all physical things led to development of socio-economic conditions, development. So that's why this is good area for people's settlement. So now we can easily make this dot method. Come here. States and UTs of large size and large population. This is the data which is given in the last page of the book in appendix. Check from table appendix 1 that UP, Maharashtra, Bihar, West Bengal, Andhra Pradesh along with Tamil Nadu, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Karnataka, Gujarat together account for 76% of total population of the country. It means these states contribute 76% of the total population of the country. Then on the other hand, share of population is very small in the state like Jammu Kashmir, 0.98% of the total population. How much? 0.98%, almost 1% of total population of the country. Arunachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, in spite of these states having fairly large geographical area. What it means? They have large area, but still people are less in these areas. Why it happens? Because just the reverse answer of the previous question. Because these areas have difficult climate, poor soil, mountainous topography, okay, and lack of water. So these things are responsible for the lack of population here. We have discussed in the previous book the factors affecting population distribution. So this answer can be given by that question, where that concept. Such an uneven spatial distribution of population in India suggests a closer relationship between population and physical, socio-economic, and historical factors. So all these phenomena related to the socio-economic factors, historical factors, physical factors. As far as the physical factors are concerned, it is clear that climate along with terrain, availability of water largely determines the pattern of population distribution. Consequently, we observe that the North Indian plains, deltas, coastal plains have higher proportion of population than interior districts of southern and central Indian states, Himalayas, some northern eastern states, and western states. However, development of irrigation, Rajasthan, availability of mineral energy resources, Jharkhand, and development of transport network, peninsular state, have resulted in moderate to high proportion of population in the areas which are previously very thinly populated. Okay, now we explain this, what I said. It said that North Indian states has large population, okay, that Indo-Gangetic plains, but some areas which don't have these facilities, like good amount of water or good climate, okay, or plain surface, plain area, but still they have high population because of what? See this development of irrigation in Rajasthan, okay, Jharkhand, availability of mineral and energy resource in Jharkhand. For Jharkhand, the mineral and energy resource. For peninsular states, transport. Okay, so these things for different states are the reason for good and favorable distribution of population. Come here. Among the socio-economic and historical factors of distribution of population, important ones are evolution of settled agriculture and agricultural development, patterns of human settlements, development of transport network, industrialization, and urbanization. It is observed that the regions falling in the river plains and coastal area of India have remained the regions of larger population concentration. Even though the uses of natural resources like land, water in these regions have shown a sign of degradation, the concentration of population remains high because an early history of human settlement and development. What it means, some areas were very good area for settlement. Just for example, in British period, like Chennai, okay, and the Mumbai or some other coastal areas, they grew as urban centers, and people started living there, okay, in large numbers. But what happened over time and over period, the conditions of living was not as good as it was earlier. Water scarcity happened, climate change also happened, or soil also degraded, other means are not there, okay, life is too costly, but still people are living because of the historical factors, okay, that's why. Now come here, of transport network. On the other hand, the urban region of Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Bangalore, Pune, Ahmednagar, Chennai, and Jaipur have high concentration of population due to industrial development and urbanization, drawing to a large number of rural-urban migrants. So, in these cities, the main factor is the rural-urban migration. People from rural areas, okay, near to these cities, okay, surrounding rural areas, they come to the urban areas of Delhi, Kolkata, and these big cities. Now come density of population. Density of population is expressed as number of person per unit area. We discussed in the last book. It helps in getting a better understanding of the spatial distribution of population in a relation to land. Okay, the density of population in India 2001 is 313 persons per square kilometer and ranked third among the most densely populated countries of Asia, following Bangladesh 849 persons and Japan 334 persons. Now this data is old data, so present data is 382. Okay, this is the present data according to 2011 census. There has been a steady increase about 200 persons per square kilometer over the last 50 years, the density of population increased from 117 person per square kilometer in 1951 to 313. So it means it was in the year 1951 it was 117 and now it is 382. 382. Now see the difference. 117, 382. Okay, it is just triple the it has been, okay, more than triple. The data shown in appendix 1 give an idea of spatial variations in population densities in the country, which ranges from as low as 13 persons per square kilometer in Arunachal Pradesh to 9,340 person in National Capital Territory of Delhi. Okay, so these are also little bit old data. I will tell you the right figure. This becomes 17 around, and this Delhi become 11,000. Okay, people per person per square kilometer. It means this much people are living in Delhi per square kilometer area. So you can assume that how crowded is there in that Delhi or other cities. So as the other cities, other states, Bihar, UP and Kerala and Tamil Nadu, high densities among peninsular states. States like Assam, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, Haryana, Jharkhand, Orissa have moderate densities. The hill states of Himalayan regions, northeastern states excluding Assam, have relatively low densities, while the Union territories excluding Andaman Nicobar have high densities of population. The densities of population as discussed in the earlier paragraphs is a crude measure of human and land relationship. Okay. Then, to get a better insight into the human and land ratio in terms of pressure of population on the total cultivated land, the physiological and agricultural densities should be found out, which are significant for a country like India having large agricultural population. So now the density of population is just a very raw or crude measure. It does not define the pure aim, pure objective. Now how can we get the very effective way of density of population? Come here. So before this I will start this. Yes, see, density, physiological density. What is there? Physiological density is total population divided by net cultivated area. So this is the on how much land we are doing cultivation. This is that figure. So then we can say that on one cultivated land how much population is living on one unit area of agricultural land, how much population is dependent by this physiological density. Then agricultural density, total agricultural population. Okay, now people who are engaged in agriculture, okay, divided by net cultivated area, cultivable area. It means what again? So this shows that farmer and the agricultural field relationship, farmer and agricultural. It means on one agricultural land how many peoples are dependent on that. Okay, third one is the agricultural population. It tells includes cultivators and agricultural laborers and their family members. So these two are the other means of other concept of density. Okay, now come this figure. This is the density of the population according to 2001. Okay, this is the choropleth map. We shade darker to the high intensity and lighter shade to the low intensity. Okay, so see here. Now we have first we classify the table this index. Okay, so we have made this class interval less than 200 will be shown by this, 200 to 400 will be shown by this, 400 to 600 like that, and then we will make a shading. So we can see this again as we show in the previous figure. This area is a high densely populated. Okay, densely populated. This is density. Okay, a number of person per square kilometer. So we can assume that we can see here West Bengal have the high density and Bihar high density because this has low area, high population. Okay, UP has high population, but actually area is also high. That's why this less blue shading. And Punjab and Haryana, this has low population and less area. Okay, so that's why this is a lighter shade. And if you see Assam also less area and decent population, so this is also a little bit darker. Then come here Kerala very small area and people are more, so this is also dark shade. And the black spot who come in the above 1001 who will come in this black, can you see black? Yes, this one black, which is this, what is this? It is Delhi, which has at present time 11,000 persons per square kilometer. Okay, this is the data of present time, almost 11,000. So this can be attributed to the density of the population, which is high in some areas and less in some areas. And if you see the now less areas are Jammu Kashmir, okay, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, Meghalaya, Rajasthan, MP. So these are the area of less population because of their physical features, okay, and less socio-economic development. So now for this in this video, now we will see in the next video. Thank you so much.